And good morning and happy Thanksgiving to all of you people out there.
Wow, look, are we like the most super of all
That's
people?
right. We are
so dedicated.
Wonderful people. And we really do hope that you all are having a wonderful Thanksgiving day. The weather has been, I mean, really just.
It's supposed to be nice today.
It's supposed to be nice today. It's supposed to be nice today. So hopefully it will be. I'm Nancy Kim. I'm your host today, and co-hosting with me is Kim Palo. Miss Brene has flown to California.
That's right. Good for her.
She's flown the coop, and she's gone to California to visit that little Miss Mimi, and she's just tickled to death every time she go over there. And so we have Lisa Chastain, and Lisa is the curator of
Collections.
I was going to say exhibits, and I knew it wasn't exhibits.
I do that
Curator
too.
of collections. Yeah, she does that too.
And exhibits.
But what I wanted her to come on today mainly because we've got the quilt show coming up.
Yes.
It's going to be a little different.
A little different.
And there's some deadlines, and so tell us about it.
Well, right now our applications are online. They're on Facebook. You can call and come in and pick up your application, rules and all that good stuff. And we're collecting quilts the first week of January. So it's coming up. And we are changing it up a little. We're doing hand quilting only.
Oh.
So I'm actually pretty excited. We're kind of going back to our roots.
Yes.
We're going back to the beginning of quilting, and we're just going to show the historical perspective.
Well, I mean, truly, I couldn't do one on
Wouldn't
quilter or whatever,
No.
however
Sewing
it does
machine,
it.
sewing machine.
Right, or so whatever, however the other way is to do it. But the hand quilting, no
Yes.
kidding. So do you do that?
No, I do I do the cross stitch patches, and then I take it to Betty's Quilt Shop, and they machine quilt it. But I remember the quilting bees. There used to be a group at Calhoun United Methodist Church, and I think Charleston United Methodist Church had one. A lot of the churches around, and they had this big, whatever you call it,
Quilt rack.
Rack.
And they all just kind of sit around.
They sat
and
around,
they just,
and they did this. And
so we're going to have the same categories. We're going to have single and duet and group and color and design. So we're all going to have the same awards categories. We're just going to limit it to hand quilting. So
how many of these do you think you're going to get?
I have gotten so many calls. So if you are going to put in a quilt for the show, I would do so sooner rather than later. I've gotten calls from ladies in South Carolina, South Georgia. I've gotten a call from Florida. So some ladies are very dedicated to hand quilting, and they are so excited for a show that is just hand quilting.
Well, it has to be a real talent.
It is.
And
It
time.
is.
Can you imagine the time? Now, I
No.
do with my grandmother. My grandmother, they quilt. She was in a quilting bee. They called it a quilting bee. And when I stayed with her a lot, I would have to go. And it was in one of the ladies. They had like it was kind of a shed. It was a barn. It was enclosed, and it was to where the elements didn't get out. But it would be cold in there sometimes, or it would be hot in the summer or whatever. But those ladies were dedicated and went once a week. And then they brought my granny would have her bag of the fabrics of different stuff of whatever they were working on. So,
And there's all kinds of patterns.
Oh, goodness gracious.
All kinds of patterns.
You can do a traditional, you can go contemporary, do an art quilt. We don't have a size restriction, so we're going to take all sizes. If you're one of those hand quilters that just kind of like to do small items, we'll take those too. We're still going to do our historic section, which I know is very popular with the community. So I encourage you to bring your family's quilts and your grandmother's and your great-grandmother's quilts in, because we definitely want to see those as well. We're also having a National Quilting Association certified judge come in. So she will be judging all of our quilts. She's out of Georgia. So she is so excited to see these hand quilts from our area.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I had a thought, and I have this quite I know, it is scary. It is scary.
It's early.
In a parade, or whatever those little things, weekly things you get on Sunday in the paper, they had listed under the state of Tennessee one week, someone in northeast Tennessee was having a quilt show, but then they were going to incorporate their quilt squares that were on buildings in a little tour-like thing. So if you come to the quilt show on, say, Saturday, then we're going to give you a little pamphlet that tells you all the places that has the quilt squares, if it's a gift shop, if it's a restaurant. I know the museum has a quilt square.
We do.
The chamber has a quilt square. I have a quilt square at the Red Ribbon. But I thought, gee, I need to talk to Lisa. So here I am talking to you, Lisa, and see
Make
if
a
something
decision
like
right this
that.
minute.
Yeah, right then. I mean, it's just I'm just throwing that out. I mentioned it to Hussein, and he said I'll mention it to Lisa. But we were in the middle of the arts festival thing.
Oh, sure.
So that
So
was
Thanksgiving morning's a much better time to talk about it.
Because I plan
It
on
is.
remembering that after turkey.
That's right. After turkey.
I will
Absolutely. So we're going to start January the what?
24th is members opening night. So if
Okay.
you're not a member, you can sign up online or come in. But at that members opening, we're going to have all the artists, so you can talk to the quilters, where they got their ideas, you know, how they learned hand quilting, if it's a generational thing or if they just picked it up. So we're happy to have the artists there. We'll announce the winners at members opening.
Oh,
And
okay. You're going
then-
to announce the winners that soon.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Friday will be open to the public.
Uh-huh.
Now,
So the
it's-
25th.
Yeah, you would want to have the judging probably early so people, when they come in, they could see who won.
Yes, exactly.
Now, how many do you think you'll have?
I will have probably between 50 to 60 quilts, I would say.
There's
Wow.
that many people that make handmade. Handmade quilt. I thought there was only like 4 or 5.
That's right.
I think it's still pretty popular. It may not be here, I'm not sure, but we're about to find out.
That's exactly right. Well, I know the Common Threads quilt group ladies
Okay.
that have the little show out at Mount Olive.
Right,
They've
right.
got a little building down right there where you turn to go into Mount Olive, and they meet once a week. And
I
don't
didn't know that was where they met.
Yes,
I mean,
and
well,
I
because
don't-
I know they do have a good
yeah,
show.
and I
every
don't
year.
know whether they. I know they sit and quilt, but I don't know whether they each take an individual quilt they're working on, or whether they have one
Kinda
that's
go
on a
group
big quilt
quilt.
frame. Yeah, I don't know.
Huh.
But I remember when I was growing up, they had those quilting bees all the time.
Right.
And people would bring. Sometimes they'd bring their sandwich, or or
Right.
sometimes they'd bring a potluck, and and it'd be an all-day event.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I took a nap when I was with my grandma. I mean, I was there long enough to where I was like, okay,
You're over.
I'm dying here, and I would sleep, and then, but it was an all-day affair, and we did eat there. I mean, they all brought
Right.
something.
Right.
And
And
so-
it's just really, and
It's like
it is
going
a
to
talent.
church, really.
Yeah, it is.
All
Yeah, it
day.
is. And I've watched people. Cathay Pegram does some hand quilting, and I've watched her. And she just takes that needle and she just does a whole lot of stitches, and then she pulls it through, and then she does a whole lot more stitches. I'd be sitting there going, needle up, needle down, needle up, and that would not get me a
There's
quilt
just a
done.
novelty to hand stitching now because just people don't do it very much anymore.
Oh, I can't sew. If I sew a button on, whatever I'm sewing it to has been sewn together and out
good.
somewhere.
Not
You
good.
just sew your clothes that you're
Yes,
wearing
I'm-
to the piece
right,
that you're
yes.
doing.
I mean, you
Yeah.
don't want me anywhere near. I mean, Joe, honestly, he sews his own buttons on her if he has something. I mean, he's like, no, take that away from her.
Right.
I'm not very small. The little.
The
you
little
know, that's
tiny,
No,
yeah.
no. It makes my fingers hurt. It makes me grind my teeth.
Well, I know you all used to have a little thing where the children could do a quilt square.
Oh yeah.
I'm not
Will you-
sure if we're doing that
Okay.
this year, but we will be having some children's events.
Okay.
Joy Veenstra, who's our curator of education,
Yes, we had
is
her on
putting
here once.
together an entire program for the quilt show.
Wow.
So hopefully we can bring her on one day, and she'll be able to knock it down to what we've got going on for programming, which I'm very excited. She's thrown me out some ideas, and they sound great.
Super,
So, yeah.
super. She's young and enthusiastic,
Oh,
and I think
yeah.
that's great.
yeah.
Absolutely great.
Well, and this is probably something that could. I mean, you might get inspired, Nancy.
Yeah, let's wait till that happens, okay? Because
I mean, I know I'm not.
Maybe
gonna
she'll be talking to
inspired.
a quilter at the members opening,
That's
and
what I was thinking.
know.
And she sees it, and she'll get her own little bee together, and it'll just be so
Exactly.
cute.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we know it's not going to happen to me, but I will be in awe. I mean,
And
I
it's
will be
probably
in
not
awe.
gonna
I
happen
am in
at
awe
all
of
with
hand
me.
quilters.
Right, I will be in
So-
awe. I
I think
will.
that's, and I need to check some of my old quilts I have to see if they're hand quilted. My granny did them, I'm sure. Well, I'm
I'm
not sure
sure.
because she had
Oh,
a
I'm
sewing
sure.
machine.
Oh,
She had one of those old sewing machines that y'all had
you can't get a quilt up under
couple. Well, you all did a couple of workshops on them last year.
We did.
That a certain
Steve
kind
Pengram
of
of
Stan
Pegram?
Pegram. Yeah,
Yes.
a certain kind of sewing machine. I've forgotten. She had one.
Oh, okay.
And so whatever it is, and I've got it now, and I don't know what it is, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it, and it's okay. It's just sitting right down there in the media center, and
Dangerous.
It looks cute.
I know.
It looks cute. So now let's talk a minute about if the membership event. It will be on
Thursday,
Thursday.
January 24th.
All right. Now that's free to members.
Yes.
And the exhibit is free to members.
Yes.
Now non-members must pay to get in and see. Of course, non-members aren't invited to the Thursday night
Right.
event. But they
Right.
have to pay to get in to see the exhibit.
Yes.
So let's talk a minute about what is a single membership at the chamber, at the museum.
An individual membership is $35.
Right.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
So
Yes, so
yeah.
you can come on Thursday prepared to spend $35 and stay for appetizers and drink and to talk with our artists and to see the exhibition.
Wow.
And then it gets you into the members'
So the
events
next all year long.
Right.
All year
And
long.
that's starting at the first of the month. I mean, the year and
First of the
going
year,
all the
just
way
go
through
all the way
everything after.
And couples are only $60.
65, yes.
65, I don't know, that's
65,
what
I
floats an
believe.
hour. So, but anyway, it's wonderful. And
It
then you
is.
get the newsletter, which is new and improved and looks great.
It looks fabulous. We're very excited.
And you get these little emails all the time telling you things that are going on. I love that.
Oh, me too.
I'm a real email reader. I love getting things, don't call
you
me on
gotta
my
get a
phone.
phone. You gotta
No,
get a phone.
don't call me on my phone. Just send me an email.
There you
Okay.
go.
So now we've talked about the quilt show. Now let's talk a minute about y'all are going to be open Black Friday.
We are going to be open Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday.
Okay. Now how are you going to handle Cyber Monday?
That's right.
If you all haven't been on, we have a brand new website.
Okay.
And it is new and improved and refreshed, and we are going to put on our bookstore, the section of books that we have, we're putting online. And
How
they're gonna,
neat.
Yes, and we're going to have some of them select titles up to 75% off. So if you're looking for some
Wow.
Christmas presents, Cyber
Wow.
Monday.
75%.
Yes.
I mean,
And
That's a lot.
I better not see the ones I've already bought for Flavors for Christmas on the 75% off because I went over there the other day and bought
see?
three.
Ooh.
Three
So
books.
you could really save, see?
Maybe not, but
Maybe
I'm going to
not.
look.
Don't
I'm,
look.
I'm going to
Just
look.
don't
No, I'm going to
look.
look. I'm
Don't
going
look.
I'm going to look. Ethel, I'm going to look because I want to see what's on there. All right, and so then when they order, you all mail it to them,
Yep.
or they come by there and pick it up.
Nope. Either way, you can make that choice, but we are be mailing out books.
How neat! I
Yes.
mean, y'all are really getting uptown.
We are trying to.
I'm
That
telling you,
is-
that
that's-
internet thing's taken off.
Yes, it is.
Joe,
Yes, it is.
Joe was a little skeptical, but last week he was talking about how that internet thing is
The
just
internet
he thinks
thing-
Taken off.
It might,
Too late for him
be
to buy
something.
stock now. I mean, it is
might be
way
something
out
you
of
want to
sight.
look at.
Okay, very good. So Friday you'll be open for Black Friday. What will your hours be?
Tomorrow will be at 10 to 5, normal
Okay.
business hours. We're going to have crafts for the kids. So grandparents, if you've got kids and the parents have gone shopping for Black Friday, bring your kids in. Dads, bring your kids in because we're doing homemade ornaments and crafts for them.
How neat.
Yes, and of
And then
course,
Dad go to the gift shop and buy
Right.
Mom
Go to
a
the gift
really
shop.
pretty piece of jewelry.
Oh yeah, they've got
and
some
of course,
killer
if you're
jewelry.
a member, it's 10% off.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's so neat.
So in addition to that, the first 25 people were get a free goodie bag. filled with a couple
Wow.
things.
Well, y'all are just
Guys,
really
I
up. And
know.
then Small Business Saturday, you're going to be open what hours?
10 to 3.
10 to 3. Okay,
Yes.
wonderful. Now, phone number at the museum.
423-339-5745.
If anybody has any questions,
Please.
don't call today. They
Now,
are
what's your
not
website?
open today.
What's the website?
www.museumcenter.org.
And it's a .org.
Museumcenter.org.
It is a .org.
Yes.
And so that doesn't necessarily mean a nonprofit, folks, because we're hoping y'all are going to make a little money at the gift shop.
right.
Okay.
That's right.
Just a little, we
Just-
hope.
That's exactly right. So they'll be open tomorrow and Saturday, and then Monday go online
Online.
and
75%
75% off.
I like
Not everything.
No,
not everything. Because
everything.
if so, this
Select
one would be
titles.
falling out the floor right
Well,
now.
I would, because I love to shop there. But you know, it's easy to put the books on, and then maybe
Right.
as you all progress, you can
And
put
grow a little.
the jewelry and things like that
yes.
on, and the stained glass, and
It's just a little difficult when it's one-of-a-kind items, but
Right.
for like our books and maybe some pottery that we can sell online will be a
right
little
that's
easier.
duplicated.
Yeah.
Right.
Lisa, thank you so much for coming on Thanksgiving morning.
appreciate
Do
you
you have
all.
big
Thank
plans for
you.
today?
20 people are coming to my house today.
You got things to do.
I'm gonna be a little
my
busy after I leave here today.
goodness. Okay, so it's a good thing we got you up so you can get home and start cooking.
Exactly. I got some cooking to do.
Right, give us that phone number one more time.
339-5745.
Folks, remember to shop the museum. It's not the best kept secret in Cleveland, Bradley County, because we try to advertise it as much as we can.
That's right.
So,
And husbands, that is a very unique
it is.
place.
Oh, it's
if
a
you go
wonderful
get
place.
jewelry or
Jewelry.
scarves
Jewelry, yes.
or
Oh,
anything
nice,
from there,
nice.
it's very unique, and then it'll be
Nice.
like he really thought.
Nice. And then I
Can
went to the
happen.
art festival the other day, and I was just going to wander through and
I didn't wander through.
Wandered through and wandered out with
I
a bag.
wandered with a bag.
Yes, I did too. I did too. So that was fun, and if you missed that, then on you too.
That's right.
So don't go away, folks. We'll be right back. Kim and I are going to try to make busy the rest of this hour because we didn't want to get anybody else up this hour and handle this, but we got plenty we can talk to you about. So we'll be right back after this commercial. Lisa,
You're
thank
the only
you
one
so
that
much.
did.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Are you having trouble filing for disability?
Seems no one is concerned about your pain, the waiting, the denials.
While some representatives will meet with you in court, we will meet with you now to discuss your plan. We'll review with you the same file that the judges will see. Call us now. Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson.
You're entitled to better.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
And we're back. I'm sorry.
We had a thought.
We
were
did. We had
thinking
a
about
thought. We had a thought, and so here we go. First of all, we want to tell you what may be open today for you to go eat Thanksgiving dinner if you didn't prepare or
Right.
don't want to prepare.
or don't want to.
And I'm with you. We wouldn't probably be having Thanksgiving dinner at my house if it weren't for the fact that Flavis is fixing it.
Right.
And we got a ham from Gardner's, and which we're going to talk about Small Business Saturday, and that's a small business. But
Right.
But we got a ham from there, and then he'll fix the rest of it. And I know people think I'm awful because I don't cook, but you know, Flavis used to own the old Fort Restaurant,
Right.
which was
I mean, why would
where the
you?
Garden
I mean,
Plaza.
that's what he does.
That's
I mean,
right.
come on. And, you know, he's from a family of cooks.
That's
I mean,
exactly
that's
right.
It's in his blood.
And,
so
and I'm not
let
from a
him
family
be
of
happy.
cooks.
No,
so,
let him be happy.
And the only thing is, when he cooks, when he gets real happy and cooks, we have to eat it for about 5 days.
Well, we always do that though, because that's what they all want. It's not really even about the actual dinner. It's about what we're going to eat and how we're going to eat it for the next
How many
few
turkey
days.
sandwiches you can have.
Right. Well, or just the plates over and over again. Now, we were talking about this the other day, Tuesday, I think it was. What Do you, for your cranberry, do you do the can or do you do the relish, stuff? For what's your cranberry dish? Is it the can or the jelly or is it?
Am I doing it?
Well, no, I mean at your
I
house.
open a can.
Well,
but if Flavis does it, we do this cranberry gelatin thing.
Oh wow!
And
look at you.
and then you cut it in little squares and you put it on a little
Things
leaf
of
of
lettuce?
lettuce.
Oh, okay.
And you put a little dollop of mayonnaise
Mayonnaise
on
on
top
it.
of it, and it's got cranberries and nuts, and it's
I
really
bet that
good.
would be really good because
It's
I like
really
the
good.
Jello things. But we were talking about we want it right out of the can and have those little ridges on it.
See, that's what I want. I want the ones that you slice.
The one that you slice. I
Don't
want
give me
I
that
don't want
other
the one
stuff. No,
with
no,
it's got
no.
the one thing you got to
Slice.
chew. I want to have that
slice.
gelatin.
So it's like jelly.
It is,
And
it's
it's
just
good.
It's just the flavor that you grew up with, and
That's
it just
right.
makes everything right with the dressing. Now, does Flavis stuff the bird? Or
But I
does
see
he
we're
do
not
dressing
having a
on the
bird
side?
this
You're
time.
just
We're
doing
having a ham.
Okay, so you're just
we're
doing
having one
ham.
of Bill Haynes' hams.
Oh,
So
dear. I
I
don't
know.
know if that's okay or
no,
not.
well, it's going to be okay at our house. Okay. Now, for those of you that don't want to cook, Kim and I did a little research yesterday, and we've come up with a few places that are going to be open today for Thanksgiving. One of those is the Golden Corral.
Right.
And they're going to have turkey and all the
whole
fixings.
spread.
Okay. Cracker Barrel.
And they'll do it right.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
my gosh, yes. The Mountain View Restaurant.
Right. It's Carrie's Restaurant up there in the Mountain View Inn, and they do a wonderful spread. Now, I'm not sure if you needed reservations or not. I'm not sure. We had a discussion about that the other day, and I'm not sure, but I do know that they are serving a beautiful spread up there.
But we're assuming that they'll be kind of open because people that come there to
for
stay
traveling.
will not have an opportunity.
Because everybody won't get where they're supposed to be, I guess. I mean, you'd think
That's
that
right.
the motels are probably kind of empty on Thanksgiving.
You would think.
You would think, but no, there are
No,
people
you
that
would
are,
think.
that are
You
doing
would
it.
think.
And I do know that the Ocoee Dam Deli out there on 64, that they are open as well, and they have got a beautiful spread that they're doing. They're starting with an autumn salad with cranberry vinaigrette, and then they're going to have all kinds of things, and it's for a basic price of I think it's $15.99, and that includes your drink. But they give you several choices that you can make. So they're going to, and they have good food too.
And they're not just a deli. I mean, when you say deli, you're thinking
Right.
sandwiches, and they're not.
No.
We don't know why they're a deli because they're not really a deli.
No, they're really not a deli.
They're more
really
of a
not. They're
restaurant.
more of a diner, more
Right.
than a diner, because
Right.
they do the meat and threes. They do great vegetables, and they have that grape salad out there that I could just eat a lot of.
But Ocoee Dam Deli, evidently that just kind of rolls off your tongue more
Yes.
than Ocoee Dam Restaurant would
Right,
roll
I
off your
guess
tongue.
so, I
So
guess
I don't
so.
know. But anyway,
Well, it could be Ocoee Dam Diner,
diner. Yeah, it could be.
because it is more of a diner, except it's open for all three.
Yeah, but anyway, there's just some suggestions for you. And while we're suggesting that, we want to suggest that you shop local.
Right. Oh, and I do think Pizza Hut and the pizza places are open, because a
Oh,
lot of them put
okay.
the sign up that says "Save a Turkey, Order Pizza." So.
Oh, there you go. There you go. I love it.
So there you go.
And we've saved a turkey by having a ham.
And there you go.
But
Kill the pig.
anyway, it just, whatever floats your boat. But, and I do love turkey.
I do too, and and it's one of those things that you can really have year round. I mean, they've got it now prepared into little cutlets and everything in the grocery store. I know you don't know this, honey, but they do.
I haven't been in a grocery store for quite some time now.
They do. They have those little things, but it's, I don't know. It's just something about holiday time that it's just the turkey thing.
It
I don't
is.
know. And ham too, though, because I love a good ham, and I don't cook a ham as often as you really. I mean, those are good things to cook, and they last for a long time, but.
The last time we had turkey, Flavis got one of those little turkey breasts, and we did it in the crock pot.
Oh, wow.
And then did, sweet potatoes and all that with it. I mean, it was a regular meal, not a Thanksgiving meal.
Oh.
But for just two of us, that's all we need.
That's more than enough. Yeah.
And we got a small ham from Gardner's. In fact, Bill, I picked it up Tuesday, and Bill said, I found one the size of a hamster.
Oh.
I said, thank you very much. That's a wonderful thought
That's right.
while I'm eating this ham.
That's right.
But there's just two of us.
Right.
But I do want some left over for some sandwiches
Sure.
and everything.
Sure.
So that's.
Yeah, you're right. And I mean, and there are so many different, things. I mean, Joe, and we've talked about this so many times and for years, and everybody does, but his family, they put chicken livers in their dressing. I have never found another person on the planet that has had chicken livers inside their dressing. It's absolutely disgusting, and I don't.
Well,
know
now my
why.
mother-in-law used to do oyster
Right, that's
dressing.
what I said, because Joe's from up north. The people from up north, they do that a lot, and I told somebody the other day, Joe got mad. Don't be talking about my mother, but
But we're going to anyway.
That's what we're going to, because I said, well, I think it's because that she maybe had it with oysters in it somewhere, and it just had that funky taste, and she thought maybe it was liver, and so she put liver in their dressing. Because she wasn't the best of cooks. Joe's dad is he's 100% Italian, and he was the cook. Not that she was a bad cook, but she wasn't what you would call one that would would do a lot of the cooking. She cleaned up. She was the cleanup.
That's what I do.
She's the
I
cleanup.
clean up. Mm-hmm.
That's right. And so, but anyway, so that's what I made fun of Joe about that. And he doesn't appreciate it, but I do love that man. And I have made liver dressing. If I haven't done it, my mother has done it for over 35 years.
Oh,
so,
my goodness.
There we go. We make the liver dressing.
Chicken liver?
Chicken liver is mushed up. I mean, he has his own thing. Nobody else touches it. He doesn't have to worry about the kids. Even when our dressing is done, nobody is going to get into his because it's ridiculous.
Well, I don't like chicken livers anyway, but I would hope that you get the taste out of there somewhere. It wouldn't be. I wanted to share something with you all today. This is the 30/50 project. It's been around for a couple of years, and it's saving the brick and mortars our nation is built on. And what this is about is, I'm going to challenge you. Think about which 3 independently owned businesses here in Cleveland you would miss if they were gone.
The Red Ribbon's one.
That would be one, right. Yes.
The one.
Stop in and say hello. Pick up a little something that will make someone smile. Oh, we got a lot of things at the Red Ribbon that'll make you smile. Woo! Howdy. And your contribution is what keeps these businesses around. And it is, folks. And, hopefully when you shop with a small business, you get really good customer service and things like that you don't get at the box stores.
Right.
Now, then that's on the 3. Find 3 businesses. And then the 50 is half of the employed U.S. population, if half of you spent $50 each month in independently owned businesses. Now, that doesn't mean you have to spend 50 with me and 50 with somebody else and 50 with somebody else. 50 for the month. And people, you all do that. Their purchases would generate more than $42.6 billion in revenue.
Oh, wow. You'd like a slice of that, wouldn't you?
I would like a slice of that.
that.
And imagine the positive impact that 3/4 of the employed population, if 3/4 of you all did that. Okay? And now, for every $100 spent in individually owned businesses, $68 returns to the local economy through taxes.
I do. I believe that. Absolutely.
And payroll and other expenditures. And if you spend that in a national chain, only 43% comes back to Cleveland Bradley County.
Right. And if you do it in Hamilton County, none.
None.
So
and if
stay in Cleveland.
If you spend it online, it's zero. So the number of people it takes to start a trend is 1, you. And so I would like to see us do the 350 project here.
Absolutely.
Individually, folks, do this. And while I'm on that too, the Chamber of Commerce is doing hot deals for small business. If you go to their website, clevelandchamber.com, and there's a little icon over here on the left that says hot deals.
Hot deals.
Click on
that.
And there will be hot deals listed. And some of them, I know there's a coupon on there from the Red Ribbon.
Okay.
And there's coupons from other places. And so these are all chamber members, but you don't have to be a chamber member to click on the hot deals.
Click on it and get that hot deal.
And so there might be, I know the Red Ribbon is doing Saturday for Small Business Saturday. We're doing 10% off your total purchase.
Okay.
If you have that coupon.
See?
So it's worth that. And I'm sure other people are doing that.
Oh, I'm sure they are too. Now, are you going to be open tomorrow? Are you open?
Yes, I'm open Friday.
So the craziness can begin at your store.
You can begin the craziness at my store. And then you can also come in and we will have refreshments. And everybody gets a little free gift that comes in on Saturday. Yes.
See?
And then if you have that certificate off of that hot deals on the Chamber website.
10% off?
There you go.
There you go.
And today, when your banner comes out, there should be a really nice article about shopping locally there, because they came by the shop Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday. One day they came by and we talked about it. So, all right, we've talked about that, folks. We're going to take a little commercial break, and Kim and I will be back with some more exciting things going on, so don't go away.
Town Americana. where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Are you having trouble filing for disability?
Seems no one is concerned about your pain, the waiting, the denials.
While some representatives will meet with you in court, we will meet with you now to discuss your plan. We'll review with you the same file that the judges will see. Call us now. Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson.
You're entitled to better.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
Oh, hello, and we are back.
She's whispering like that's not going to come over
Yeah,
her mic.
I know. It's terrible.
But Joe always, he's like, you never shut up when you're supposed to. I'm like, I know. It's just like I have to talk when he says mics are up.
I mean, really. I mean, that's what we pay him the big
I
bucks
know,
for.
but
And
that's right. Keep our mics down until we
that's
come
right,
right
until
up
we're
to
ready. And here in my lap, I have what's known as the elf on the shelf. And I think everybody knows about the elf on the shelf. And you would think that everybody in the world already has one, but that's not right.
I don't have one.
Because, well, there you go. And when you have that first grandbaby, we'll get you one. But it's every year there's more babies born that need an elf on the shelf.
Okay.
And this is the cutest thing. And the reason I'm showing it to you today is if you don't have one, you need to come by the Red Ribbon tomorrow, Friday or Saturday. Saturday, if you have one of those coupons, you'll get 10% off.
That's right.
And get the elf on the shelf because Thanksgiving weekend is when you start with the elf on the shelf.
Okay.
You get a storybook, which is beautiful, wonderful. It's a little story about how this is one of Santa's scout elves.
Okay.
And he is sent by Santa to come and watch you. And if you misbehave, he goes back and tells Santa about it. Now, the situation is that you can't touch him because if you touch him, he loses his magic.
Oh.
So wherever he is in your house, you just have to, you can talk to him, you can tell him what you want for Christmas, you can do all of those things, but don't touch him.
Joe would have never made that. I mean, he would have, if he was a kid and that would have happened to him, even as an adult, if I was to bring it and say, Joe, no, this elf is, he would have to touch it.
Of course. I mean, we have tactile people that have to touch. There's nothing.
Touch it, move it.
That's right. But what happens is every night the elf flies back to the North Pole and reports to Santa. And the next morning when he comes back to your house, he's in a different location.
Oh.
So you have to find him. And then once you find him, you still can't touch him.
Okay.
No touch, no touch.
Not
Okay.
fine.
So this is the Elf on the Shelf is really as much fun for parents as it is
No
for kids.
kidding, absolutely.
And for grandparents. And we have sold them since 2006 at the Red Ribbon. We were the original adoption home of the Elf on the Shelf. We had gone to Atlanta to market, and we saw this lady sitting there, and we had on these name tags that said Flavis and Nancy from the Red Ribbon, Cleveland, Tennessee. And she hollers at us, and she said, Cleveland, Tennessee. Anytime I'm out like that and somebody says, I know about Cleveland, Tennessee, my first assumption is they graduated from Lee University.
Okay, right.
I mean, that's just my first assumption.
Right, me too.
So I said,
The Church of God. I just think
did
the
you,
Church
yeah.
of God.
I said, did you graduate from Lee University? No, I graduated from the University of Tennessee. And I'm thinking, that's in Knoxville. How did you know about us? But she taught, and her name was Carol Vandermeer, and she taught at Cleveland Middle School. I was at that time, it was Cleveland Junior High. She taught music for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
And while she was here, she met Robert Abersol.
Okay.
And Robert's dad was Bob Abersol, who was the original plant manager of Olin.
Okay.
So
Small world.
Yes. So one of Carol's students told her, I want you to meet my neighbor. And Carol said to me, she says, now, how many times are you going to have one of your students fix you up with somebody?
Oh.
So she said, I was real leery about it, but she said, I finally let him introduce me to his neighbor, and 9 months later, they married.
Well, my goodness.
That's right. And they have twin daughters. Now, the first year that we had the Elf on the Shelf, Carol came to Cleveland.
Okay.
And autographed the book.
So this was her brainchild.
This was her brainchild. It's something she did with her kids when they were growing up.
Well, how cute.
Now, what did you do with your kids that you could market? I mean,
I don't, there's not half I can tell.
that's exactly right. I mean, I got the same problem. There's nothing, absolutely nothing.
I know.
But she decided that they would write this book and get it illustrated, and they would market it. So the next year, I had one of the twins, Shanda, who is an adult now, came and autographed books. Now they've gotten so big that, I mean, they're not going to come to the Red Ribbon, although I still,
You started it. You were the reason they grew.
I helped. But we had no idea what it was, and Flavis said, well, that's a cute idea, and I think it was in January or something, so we ordered a dozen. We advertised it. We had Carol there. I think by that time we had ordered like maybe 4 dozen more, adding on to them. I looked the other day, and we have sold over 300 Elf on the Shelf.
Wow,
now, that's
see?
just a little old Red Ribbon, you know. Now, I know that there's box stores that carry it. Target's has it. Books A Million
really?
has it. Yeah. Now, but we're still the original adoption center
That's
for
right.
Cleveland. I mean, you know, and we have them, and there's a girl elf.
Oh, really?
Yes, and she has little pearl earrings and
Aw.
eyelashes, and that make her really, and I think little spit curls. But anyway, the boy elf is the first elf that came out. Now, let me tell you, and this is adorable, folks, $29.95. And if you're a grandparent and you have, the grandkids are coming to visit you for Thanksgiving or for Christmas, and they have the elf at home, and Mama doesn't want to pack the elf, or Mama forgets the elf,
Right.
come on by the shop, I'll sell you an elf on the shelf, because you're going to have it, because they're not going to be happy if they come by. You also, there's a website that you go to that has a lot of little suggestions, and also you go to the website and you register the name of the elf, because you name your own elf.
Okay.
And we've had some really funny elf names. But anyway, you name the elf, and then Mrs. Claus will send you a letter back that tells you that, yes, that is an official Scout elf.
Oh, okay.
Now, the next most important event to a child in their life, besides Christmas,
Oh, so now
is
you
their
can
birthday.
do it on their birthday.
So now they have done a birthday, and it has a book. It does not have the elf with it, because you use your elf.
Okay, you've got your
You
elf.
use your Scout elf, and he's going to come back to your house just for this birthday. And it is really, really cute. There's a book that tells about birthday, and then there's a birthday outfit.
for that
It's
elf.
like a little cupcake with a hat,
Hat.
and you put it on the elf. And the book tells you that you're supposed to have a chair. The elf is going to decorate a chair, so when the child wakes up on his birthday,
Oh.
there is a chair decorated for his birthday. Maybe some gifts are in it, but the little elf's going to be sitting there with his little birthday costume
Aw,
on.
ready to celebrate
and
the
ready
day.
to celebrate the birthday. And this is only $19.95 because you've already bought the elf, and this is just a continuation of it. So this is a
Well, now
wonderful little
that's-
tradition.
And you know, and that is so much about Nancy and the Red Ribbon is that back when they were just a little elf at a market at a trade show.
That's right.
And you walked in and she saw something really unique and different that she brought it to Cleveland and brought it to her store. And if you go in Nancy's store, that's what you're going to see throughout. Not just the elf on the shelf, which is adorable. And then
It is
doing a
adorable.
great thing
This
with
little
adding the
birthday,
birthday, you know,
yes.
thing. Before you know it, I mean, you know, Valentine's Day and Easter, they're going to have the elf is going to come for every
Probably.
holiday. You know, well, you got to keep your brand going.
That's right.
And so that's all fun, well, and good. But there's so many other things that you have in the store, and you will chuckle when you go in. What are some? And you do have a lot of angels and that type of thing.
We
for
have
Christmas.
the
Just
Jim
talk
Shore
about it.
things. We have the Pipka Santas. We have the Buyer's Choice Carolers. We have beverage glasses with funny sayings
Yes,
on
they are
them.
cute.
We have little towels with funny sayings on them. We have scarves.
Yes.
We have, you name it. We've got it. And we gift wrap. We deliver inside of Bradley County.
Oh wow! See, I
So,
didn't know that.
so come and shop with us. We have great UT things. Right now, I've
Yep.
got the most marvelous, it's called a pub set. It's 2 glasses and a bottle opener. I have Georgia, Alabama, and Tennessee in stock, but I can get other SECs.
You know, though, but that's. I mean, you are a huge UT fan, but she knows the value.
I do.
of $1.
We try to be an equal opportunity SEC store, okay?
That's right. So go see her. I mean, honestly, she's got. It's a great place for gifts for that person that's hard to buy for, or that collectible person, a person that has the collections that you want to add a piece to, or find something.
And I want to tell them a little bit more just about the elf. Last year, I don't know whether you watched the Thanksgiving parade, which will be on in
Yes,
just a
right,
little
right,
while.
right.
I don't think it'll be on this channel, but it'll be on in just a little while.
But
The
so you
Macy's
can't turn
Thanksgiving
it-
Day Parade.
They
But
said there might be some issues with that, with the big storm that's, it's past us now. We're
that's
good.
right, that's right.
But they
But
said that
it's
they're not
gonna-
really showing. I mean, we haven't heard yet, but so I don't know.
oh, I hadn't thought about that. Well, anyway, last year, one of the new balloon was the elf.
Oh, really?
Yes, and he was absolutely adorable, as huge as he was.
Wow, well, she's made it then.
Yes, I mean really.
She's
If you've got a balloon in the Macy's parade,
you're
that's
done.
it. I
Right.
mean, you don't have to do it. And then tomorrow night, Friday night at 8:30 on CBS is the little 30-minute story about how the elves are selected from Santa and how they come to Earth. And this one little elf comes to Earth to a little family of a little boy that doesn't believe.
Wow.
Not good. Doesn't
No.
believe, and anyway, watch it. It's at 8:30 tomorrow night on CBS.
Well, see, she
So-
has made it. She has made it, and Nancy knew it all those years ago.
It was just too cute. I mean, just too cute. But folks, we have a lot of small businesses that, before we started the show this morning, Kim and I were talking about relics.
Right, Relics Antiques. I mean, she is a great place to
Unique.
go over there. Very unique. I mean, especially because it's so hard. I know for like my mom or Nancy, if I was shopping for you, there's not a thing in this world that you need,
Absolutely
or
not.
whatever. And to find something that's different, to find something that's very eclectic that would work anywhere. It doesn't have to be a functional piece, but something that just has a memory to it. But Relics Antiques, a great place here in town that you can go and get very different, very, and I don't want to say odd, but just very unique
They're different.
items.
They are
Right.
unique. And I'll tell you another thing she does, because when we closed down one of our family members' homes, we called and said, do you do this? Will you come? I don't know what to do with all this stuff. And, my son took what he wanted. I took what I wanted. And Laura came and she said, here's what I'll offer you for it. And I said, sold. And we even had 2 light fixtures that were very, very unique, but I didn't need them. And she even had her husband come and take the light fixtures down and put something else back up for us. And, it's wonderful.
She's
It's
great
wonderful.
about that. She will tell you that she's not a licensed or certified appraiser, but that she knows her stuff. She has enough books and she has enough stuff, access to the internet, which is taken off, by the way.
Yes, it is.
It's
And
taken
we're
off.
just sorry Joe didn't buy stock.
That's right. That she can give you a reasonable price, and to where you've got these fly-by nights that might come through, or you might take it to a show and you might sell something that you don't know what price they're going to put on it. But when Laura takes something and she puts it in her store, it's there for you to see what the markup is and what and that she has done a fair, and she's fair. She's just a good human being all the way around, and she has a really a good eye. You know,
she does.
She impresses me with her stuff. That she gets
so
very well.
So
and she's always changing it up, and she has a lot of vintage. You know, when we laugh because I'm vintage. I'm not. Not antique.
No, we're not antique.
No,
we're vintage.
We're vintage, you know. And but she does a lot of vintage pieces and a lot of those things that I remember from childhood, like the marble grapes. Do you remember those that used to sit on your drinks? Yes, she has. I mean, it's so many kitchenware. I mean, some of the old Corningware and just different things that are very nostalgic that makes you go back to either your childhood or your grandparents. You know, when you go to their house, a lot of cookware and glasses that they have. But she's got some beautiful collector's glass. I don't know anything about it. She knows I don't, but
and she has like tablecloths and linens,
textiles,
nice things,
all
textiles.
Kinds. Yes, and she has clothing. I mean, we were there the other day, and you guys will be seeing an infomercial that we're putting out with her. But she has an old Red Cross nurses uniform that was intact. It's from like the 1930s. It's just, I know it's on a mannequin, and no, you're not going to wear that, but it's just a conversation piece. It's really something that.
Well, the Red Cross might want that.
That's
They're
right.
in a new location. Folks, we're going to take a little break, and we'll be right back. So get out your paper and pencil and get ready to write down things that you can do for this weekend.
I know,
and maybe even a little ahead of time. Okay? So we'll be right back. Don't go away.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
We actually tried to listen to the producer
we
and
did.
shut our mouths.
We were
because
actually
we were
looking
told.
at like the specifics, how much time we have
We
left.
were ready.
But before we go any further, Nancy, I do want to say that WTMB is very thankful for Nancy Kaysen. I mean, she has been a trooper ever since the first, she was the very first co-host on Tennessee Valley This Morning when we first launched the morning show, and she has been faithful when she gets up early. It used to be that first when it was for the whole week long.
The whole week.
And then we kind of switched it up to where it was just one. She was like, Kim, I can do one day a week. I just can't do 5 days a week.
5 o'clock in the morning.
Because she doesn't live close in town either. That's a little bit of a hike for you to come in.
It's a little bit of a hike,
But thank you so much. We are very thankful. You know, she's been a great supporter of the the station, and anytime that we need her, we call on her. She's just Johnny on the spot. So thank you.
Well, y'all are great to work for and work with. This is fun, and a lot of times we get to tell you things that you might not hear from anybody else.
That's right.
Or you
and
may
we'll
really
tell you
not
things
care.
that other people won't.
That's exactly right.
Don't ask us
No,
if you don't want to know.
that's exactly right. Now, let me start with Sunday, December the 1st. That is Sunday, okay? It's here. The Christmas celebration, the annual Ralph Buckner Foundation Christmas celebration in remembrance of loved ones lost, will be at that beautiful Lee University Chapel.
Oh, can you stand it? It's just gorgeous.
It's too gorgeous. It's too gorgeous. I pass it every day coming in. It's just gorgeous. Hors d'oeuvres will be served at 1 o'clock and a celebration at 2. And the guest speakers will be Ralph Jr. and Reverend Max Morris. Love him, love him. And Danny Murray and the Voices of Lee will perform. So if you want any more information, 472-1152. But they do need you to RSVP by Saturday if you want to go, because they kind of need to know how many hors d'oeuvres to fix.
Well, there you go. That's a good reason.
That's right.
And also at Stevie B's, you guys all know where Stevie B's is over there in the Target shopping complex over there. They are doing the Toys for Tots drive, and it will be from November 25th, which was Tuesday, I think it was, Tuesday until
Yes.
December the 13th,
Yes.
until they will be taking unwrapped children's toys, brand new ones. Okay, guys, they're wanting them not to be wrapped so that they'll know what age and what group that they will go to, but they will be accepting the toys until the 13th of December. And also, when you give a gift like that, they're going to give you a little booklet of coupons that it's going to give you $20 savings
Wow.
on Stevie B's pizza throughout, and you know that's a great buffet over there.
It is. They
So
have great pizzas.
that's a great thing. So throughout the year, you can have savings just for donating a gift.
And at Stevie B's also, you can call in and pick it
Oh
up.
yeah, you
a whole
don't have to
pizza
eat
go.
there.
You don't have
right,
to
you
eat
don't
there.
have to eat there. No, you can go and get one, and the prices are great and the food's good.
Really. Now, the Greater Cleveland Community Band, which I was a member of at one time, and then I just wimped out, but they're going to have Christmas in our hometown will be December the 3rd, and that is Tuesday, at the Con Center, and the doors will open at 6:45, and the concert's at 7 o'clock, and it's free. And the program includes renditions of favorite Christmas songs, from inspirational hymns to pop classics. And this is a group of volunteer adults.
I know.
That-
And you've had them on
I
the
have.
show before.
I have. And we just
talking
drug
about-
our instruments out from high school and cleaned
Played
them up and to see if we could play them. And sometimes we can. So that's Tuesday night at 7 o'clock at the Con Center, free. Go
Right.
and get the Christmas spirit.
And I guess the biggest event of that week would be on Thursday, because that's Joe's birthday on December.
Oh my goodness! Okay, that would be
So
large
he
celebration.
will be right. We will all be celebrating and adoring him on Thursday, December the 5th.
Okay.
But also, other than that, is the Tennessee Youth Ballet will present the Nutcracker on December the 8th at 3 p.m. at the Dixon Center at Lee University campus. And the tickets, you can purchase those at the Village Green Town Center Monday through Thursday from 4 to 9 p.m. And they will also be at the door. They are $15 and $20, and you can also call 476-3030 for some information.
And you can't have Christmas without at least once in your life going to see the Nutcracker.
Right, absolutely.
I mean, you have to.
You have to.
We used to take
We
our
said.
son, we said, and then we're right. We used to take our son to the Tivoli in Chattanooga because nobody here locally
Right.
did the Nutcracker.
We don't have to do that anymore.
And he finally, after about the third or fourth time, he said, I'm over it. You know, I've been exposed. Because we used to tell him we wanted to expose him
Right.
to cultural
art
things.
and cultural
That's right.
things
So
and-
he said, I've been exposed to the Nutcracker, all I need to be exposed. Now, December the 8th at 3 p.m. at the Con Center is a ceremony of carols, and then it will be, let's see, that is, watch me screw this up, the Classic Christmas is December the 8th at 3 p.m. at the Con Center, and that's all kinds of people participating in
Right.
it. It's wonderful. And then the ceremony of carols will be at St. Luke's on the 15th, and that is the Tennessee Chamber Course directed by Dr. Cameron LaBar, and we've had Cameron on here with us.
Okay.
To get tickets for that, now the Classic Christmas on December the 8th is free. But to get tickets for the Tennessee Chamber Course, you have to go online, and it's you said I didn't have to www anymore.
You don't have to I just learned that. I didn't know. I mean, one of the kids made fun of me.
Because we still www.
We still www, but you don't have to.
TennesseeChamberChorus.org, and you can order your tickets for that. And that's gorgeous music. It's very antiphonal, and it's really, really pretty stuff.
Pretty stuff.
Pretty stuff, it is.
That'll give you some culture in your life.
That's right, to have pretty stuff.
That's right,
Okay, there you go.
All right, this is Christmas Streets. It's a benefit concert by Grace Asylum, a group of local musicians and actors, and it will be held December 7th at 7 p.m. at Walker Valley High School, and they have great theater out there.
Oh, they do.
Admission is free, but donations are accepted, and it's the time of year to donate, guys. So proceeds will go to the Children's Advocacy Center. So make sure that you make your way out December 7th at 7 p.m. But at 7 p.m. on December 7th, no, that's Saturday night, right? Because we'll be doing the parade.
It's Christmas parade.
That's right.
And that's what I was going to mention too. December the 6th,
Right.
Friday night the
Right.
6th, is caroling in the city, and that's reverse caroling.
Right, and lighting the tree. Did I
And
do that
we
first?
light the tree. We light the tree first, and Santa Claus and both the mayors light the tree.
Okay.
And then the people, instead of the
Carolers
carolers walking
coming, right, the
around,
peoples.
walk around to the carolers. And I know First Baptist will be on the post office steps. Broad Street they'll be singing there. St. Luke's, I think First Pres, and then I think there's some other groups that are going to be there that maybe don't have churches downtown.
Right, but it's just a cool little tour, and it doesn't. And you can do what you want to do. You don't have to go to it all. You don't have to do everything. You know, if you've got kids and the one starts to act out and needs to go look at the elf at home, talk to the elf.
Take it
at home.
home.
That's
Take
right.
it home.
You can leave. This is not something that's structured, and you're going to have
Right,
to stay.
and it's not something that if you go to this one, you have to go to the next one. You
Right,
don't.
right.
And then on Saturday night is the big Christmas parade, and it's a lighted parade, and y'all will be there
We
live
will be there live, like we won't be, and you will see it
100 times.
100 times.
But that's okay.
Yes,
For those
and
of
all
us that-
Christmas Day, we will have the parade going, and you can see your friends, your horses, your dogs, your grandbabies, you know, your children, everybody that goes through the parade. We do it without commercial interruption so that no one gets cut out, and everybody that's in the parade will see themselves on TV.
And if you want to go talk to Kim and Joe, are you going to be set up at the
We're going to be
gazebo?
at the gazebo.
Okay.
We will be there at the gazebo. But as far as people coming up, it's a little bit difficult. But you can come after the parade. We'll be glad to talk to you. But during the parade, it's a little bit.
Okay.
We're a little bit pulled in every direction
Okay.
because half the time, Sharon gives us the great because she does a great job. I don't know.
Oh,
how
she does. I
From
don't
from October until
January
1st. I don't
It's
know how
crazy.
Sharon does her job, but she has that big list, and we get it like 10 minutes, before we get the list and the order everything is in. Well, invariably, somebody coming out of the parking lot over at Bradley gets a little bit out of sync, and so
Or
that
breaks
person-
down,
or breaks
and you
down
gotta go around them.
something. And so we just never know, and we don't know, and but it's a fun evening. We have a great time.
It is, and they do a great job with it. And Flos and I enjoy. We are past that stage in our life where we go and
out
watch the
there,
Christmas
right?
parade. Now, when our son was in the band at Cleveland High School, we
Another
went to
story.
every Christmas parade and waved as he marched by. But we don't have to do that anymore.
No.
And so we don't do it anymore
I don't
because we don't
blame
have to. But we watch it.
There you go.
And then I can sit home with my hot chocolate and watch the Christmas parade, and I'm not
That's
freezing
right.
to death.
And know that my toes are frozen.
That's exactly right. And but anyway, now one last thing: the Ocoee Theater Guild will hold open auditions December the 1st at 2 p.m. and December 2nd at 6:30 at the Cleveland Bradley County Public Library, and it's for a production of this is us, Sirens. Sirens, and I don't think that means like the ones on but anyway, and they're going to present that in February of 2014, and these are for actors or wannabe actors, and they're invited to audition. It's a romantic comedy, and you don't have to prepare any material. And if you have any questions, give Dan Buck a call at 407-592-3861. The Ocoee Theater Guild is a new theater guild in town.
Yeah, I need to really check that out.
Yes, you do.
I really do, because I have not done that, and I just love that kind of stuff. I just really, really do. So I want to see, and we could be acting.
But they want people ages 20 to 59. You still qualify, but I'm out of the siren range, okay?
I'm in there.
Okay.
No, but I'm not talking about really acting. I just want to go see how they do it.
And they also need people to paint sets and
Right,
set
we'll do that.
up and prompt and things like that. All right, you got anything?
I have one last thing. It's the Cleveland High School Renaissance Show Choir will host a workshop for all elementary and middle school students who love to sing and dance on December the 7th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. A performance for parents will be at 3 p.m. The registration fee includes a t-shirt and lunch. Pre-registration deadline is December the 2nd. So for more information, call Shirley Pace or go to the clevelandschools.org webpage.
And folks, we hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
We
and we
do.
appreciate y'all being with us today. And I'm hoping everybody was making dressing and doing all that kind of
Mm-hmm.
stuff while you were watching us. And we appreciate Lisa coming on and being with us. But
What a trooper.
we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
That's right.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And happy shopping at home.
Yes, come on.